Who is your Mount Rushmore of greatest golfers? Okay, yeah, we were just talking. I was just having this conversation the other day. I'm going same. I'm going to go Bobby Jones. I'm still keeping Tiger Woods. Gary Player and Jack Nicklaus. Those are my
really
four.
Good one.
That's my lineup. I love Jack Nicklaus too. I haven't gotten a chance to meet him, but man, I'm thinking about my foursome again. No, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. But yeah, that's my Mount Rushmore of golfers. Hi, I'm Lacey Snell, and you're listening to Like a Farmer.
All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer. As always, every single Wednesday, why don't you go on youtube.com, type in Like a Farmer, see who's joining the show that week, or if you're an audio guy or gal, wherever you listen to your podcast, you know where to find us today. Lacey Snell joins the show, and let me tell you something. We have a full lineup of questions, comments. We're going to be talking about golf, outdoors, little Bass Pro, little internet invitational, maybe a couple more surprises in between there. Like I said, as always, check us out on YouTube or wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Lacey, finally.
I know. We've been trying to get this going for so long.
For a long time.
Yeah, we have. Like months.
And we have, ran into it in NASCAR, which, when did we see? We saw each other at the Daytona 500.
Quickly. I said, hey, Pat.
And then gone.
Yes.
That's okay. I want to do a segment right off the bat.
Okay.
And I want to do this because I do think, not that you weren't doing a lot of cool, great things prior to this, but there's a segment called Cut to the Chase presented by Case Knives. Okay. The Barstool Internet Invitational, I mean, how did that even come about? Did you just truly happen to be in the room and Dave just saw you and you're like, hey, you're playing now because JR couldn't make it? Or was it, you go into the comments, maybe you were, what was it? What's the word I'm looking for? Like a plant?
I hate that word, and that was not what happened whatsoever. Okay. Exactly how it was shown online is exactly how it happened. I was working that event. I work with our VIPs at Big Cedar Lodge, and I was just happened to be in the room. I was facilitating, making sure everything was good, and I was sitting down, and the clip that went viral of Dave coming up to me and asking me if my name was Lacey, that's exactly what happened. That was my very first interaction with Dave ever. I had never talked to him before. There was a lot of speculation on how I knew a lot of the people that were in that room, and a lot of those people have visited Big Cedar before, so I work with our VIPs. Yeah. So obviously I had met a few of them, and I'm already in the golf creator space online, so I had been mutual friends with some of those people. The Garrett Clark thing was another one that people were asking. He's from Kansas, and I'm from Missouri. So we had actually played. I know I said that we didn't, but I had to actually go back and look this up because I didn't think that we did. But we did play against each other in a match in like 2018 or 2019. So we had known each other previously from when we were in junior golf.
Gotcha.
So that's cutting to the chase. That is exactly what happened. I was in the room, and what you saw is what happened.
Thank you for clarifying that. I do want to get into the golf. I just think right now, in my opinion, very, very biased right now, opinionated. If you're not top 50 on the PGA Tour, your YouTube golf is making more money than you are. Like, YouTube golf is here, and it's here to stay, which is awesome. Before we talk about that, I do just want to back up a little bit and just tell me, like, about yourself. I mean, I don't, know a ton about, like, where you grew up.
Yeah.
How you got into golf, how you got into, the Bass Pro, Big Cedar Lodge. I'm excited to talk about that. I think that place is unbelievable. But, like, how did it all start?
Okay, so I am from a small town called Cedar Hill, about an hour south of St. Louis. I grew up playing golf, basketball, soccer. I did cheer for 1 year. My dad was an avid outdoorsman and a golf coach, as was my grandpa. So I grew up playing golf, and I started competing when I was about 7 years old. He got me into the outdoors at the same time. I shot my first deer when I was 7. I've hunted all my life. I've had a four-wheeler since I could walk. I grew up with all boys. So basically what happened was, for golf in that sense, is my dad started me young, and he got me into playing into these little tournaments, but he was always pushing me, always wanted to be better. He didn't play professionally, but he was such an amazing golfer, so he always put me with the boys.
Yeah.
So he would always bring me around the boys and say that's how I was going to be better. So that's kind of how I got my competitive edge, was playing against the guys.
Did you played in college?
I played for 1 year in college.
Okay.
It just didn't work out really the way I would have hoped for it to. But unfortunately, I feel like that's a lot of stories from college athletics, is it doesn't really pan out. And unfortunately, mine didn't.
I was gonna say, I played college golf 1 year, and then I was done too.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I do think no matter football, basketball, baseball, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, to be an athlete, but also to be a student, like, it's hard to do that. Especially, I mean, I'm 18 years old, just got out of the house. You know, I've lived with my mom for that long, and it's like, hey, I'm the man now. I didn't do anything but like hang out, party, do all that stuff. So
yeah, did your college experience, was it like good for golf, or like what made you want to stop playing?
It was just kind of, I needed to. I mean, I had like my first semester, I had like a 1.1 GPA. Like, it was like, hey, even if you wanted to play, you're like academically suspended. Got it. But that's okay. I mean, I do believe, especially in the game of golf, I think you get better as you mature. And what I mean by that is, I think the hardest thing in golf is the mindset.
I would 100% agree. My grandpa used to tell me that my biggest problem was the 6 inches between my ears on the golf course and in life. I feel like they go hand in hand.
Totally agree with that. And then, so when did this YouTube golf content creation start with you?
I would say I wasn't really doing YouTube before, and I kind of am just still dabbling here and there. I haven't really fully dove into golf-specific content on YouTube, but I've definitely been more aware of it, I'd say, within the last year and a half, like 2 years, before really that all happened. But I was just trying to make it known when these people were coming for my job, like be more in the know of who they were, what they were doing, how they were filming. Mine was mainly on Instagram. So like I kind of started doing like tips and tricks before golf really like blew up, and just like sharing my life and sharing golf. But I would say like the past year and a half for the YouTube golf has been really big.
Would you say like you're good at golf right now today?
I would say it depends on the day. I think anyone that plays golf knows it's not something that you just pick up and you're good again. If you work in golf, you don't play as much golf.
Yeah,
I played the other day, and I shot like 78. So I would say like I'm still decent. Like I shoot anywhere from 75 to 85. Like it just depends. That's kind of where I'm at in my range right now.
Yeah, it's all you need.
Yeah.
What about any other hobbies that you enjoy doing?
I love to fish and hunt.
Yeah.
And I've always grown up doing those things, but I'd say as in my adult life, me and my dad spend a lot of time on the lake together. We spend a lot of time in the deer stand during that time. But yeah, I love to hunt and fish. Anything outside, really, I'm in. Those are my hobbies.
Well, and then now you're at Big Cedar Lodge.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about, I've never been. I live vicariously through like your social media and other people that like have gone there. Mm-hmm. I would love to at some point make it out there, but how was that? How did that even come about?
Okay, so I lived in St. Louis my entire life until I was about 22. I graduated college and I moved home for like 8 months, and I just decided then I didn't want to live there. I wanted to change my whole life, so I kind of did. I moved to Springfield on a whim. I applied for a job at Bass Pro Shops as their social media specialist, and I got a call back immediately, and I actually got hired there. So I started at Bass Pro. I worked at the headquarters at base camp is what it's called in Springfield for about a year and 8 or 9 months as their social media manager there, with like just doing a bunch of their social media.
Yeah.
It was me and one other person doing Bass Pro, Cabela's, and then all of the boat brands. So we had like split them up. We were working really hard to get that kind of established. And then the golf side, the golf social media specialist had come available. And I knew that I kind of wanted to start dabbling back into getting back into golf, because at that point I wasn't really playing. I had quit college golf, and it was more just something I was doing once in a while. Mm-hmm. So I applied for that position, which was with Big Cedar, and I got it. So I just moved from Bass Pro owns Big Cedar, for everyone that doesn't know.
Yeah.
So I moved over, did that for a while, and then my social media started growing. So then I moved again into another position about a year-ish later into what I am now, which is my golf concierge manager. And I manage all of our groups between 9 and 20 that come on property. I do itineraries and like dining and just their entire trip, really. And then all of our VIPs. So I do a lot of different things. I like to call it golf miscellaneous because it really just depends on the day.
Let me ask you something, and this has been on my mind for a while now, because you think about the overlap, and I think you're the same way. I think you and I are alike when you think about our hobbies and our interests.
Yeah.
Why do you think the outdoor space, and when I say outdoor, that's country music, driving trucks, wearing boots, hunting, fishing, and now you've got this golf. Mm-hmm. And you see this overlap happening, which I think is fantastic.
It's amazing. I love it.
But, like, why do you think that is happening?
I would say for the golf side specifically is when we went through the pandemic, actually.
Right, yeah.
Because that was when everyone kind of realized that the only thing you could do was be outside. Or everyone was home. So you're picking up a fishing pole, you're going outside, you're kind of trying things new. I think that outdoor rugged lifestyle almost became more attainable than it was ever before. Like the break from the 9 to 5, people were taking remote jobs, they were taking more time for themselves. I think that really sparked it. And then it has continued on with the mix of social media. People make it to where you can learn pretty much anything at the snap of your finger, going on YouTube, ChatGPT, like any of that information. I think social media has really helped culturize like all of that together. But I think the pandemic really did start it.
Yeah, I think it helped the golf industry, but I also think the outdoors
Absolutely.
too. Like, you know, and I say it all the time, like everybody wants to drive a truck now and listen to country music and learn how to fish and learn how to shoot a gun, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
And you've got a mix of the pandemic with, you know, the Yellowstone effect, obviously, like I like to talk about. But
Absolutely. And Lainey said it best, country's cool again.
Country's cool again.
Yeah, it is.
And that's fantastic.
We love that.
I love that too. And then you look at Bass Pro Shop. Like, was Big Cedar a golf club prior to Bass Pro buying it, or did Bass Pro actually build it?
No, they were actually, so Big Cedar is its own resort, and then we have the golf courses. So we have 6 golf courses on our property.
But did Bass Pro buy that, or did they build it themselves?
They were already, some of them were already existing.
Gotcha.
They have been some that have been built.
Yep.
Cliffhangers is new. That was built by John and JP. Paynes Valley is new. That was built by Tiger and Johnny Morris. And the other ones were, I believe, were acquired and then just changed over time.
Yeah.
It was like Murder Rock was one of them. It was called Murder Rock. I should know this statistic. I know. Murder Rock was one, and then I think Top of the Rock was always Top of the Rock, and I think that might have been John's project, but I don't want to speak on that because I honestly don't know.
Yeah. You want to talk about a legend?
Yeah.
Johnny Morris.
Yes, he is.
And like I said, we've been a couple times through passing, obviously, with the NASCAR thing. Him and my uncle, who's the CEO of Ducks Unlimited, they have a great relationship. I mean, Ducks Unlimited and Bass Pro Shop, that's a combo that should always be there. But that dude is
my favorite person
legend
in the whole world, because what you see with him is truly what you get. Sure. I mean, he is the most down-to-earth, genuine, happy person. He wants everyone around him to be so happy. I'm so fortunate that I get to be under him and like get to learn from him and be around him, because he is truly an inspiration. He is such a visionary. I will speak and talk about him, sing his praises all day long, because I'm so grateful for everything he's done for me and just for the conservation and for the outdoors. And obviously, you made Bass Pro Shops, which is so iconic. I mean, he's great, amazing.
That is iconic.
Yes, it is iconic.
That is one that will just always be there, which is awesome.
It is.
It's interesting to me how the Internet Invitational and Bass Pro Shop, how that even happened.
Yeah.
Like, does Dave just call Johnny up one day and say, hey, I want to do it here? Or?
I don't know if I can really speak on that.
Yeah.
I think it was more internal conversation.
Gotcha. Because, I mean, it was a great location to do something like that.
Absolutely.
And then the people they brought in.
Yes, that was amazing. I think that was all done by Bob Does Sports and Barstool Collab. They did that, but I don't know the intricacies. I don't think I can.
And then, like, Coach Gruden being there. Like, we did an event with Coach Gruden for actually Outlaw Light the other night in Tampa. Talk about a legend, another legend.
He was really awesome to, like, listen to and be around. I didn't know him personally. Obviously, like, I knew who he was. But that was the first time I had really been around him. We didn't spend very much time together talking about the Internet Invitational. I was kind of, like, segregated. Like, as soon as I got put on, like, the team that I was on, I didn't have very much interaction with the other team at all. It was more my team. This is where I was going. Obviously, I got, like, thrown into that.
F everybody else. I'm on my team now.
I was, and I went home that night because I didn't find out I was playing, and I really didn't think that I was going to be playing. Honestly, when he came up and asked me, everyone said, why are you so cool and calm collected? Well, one, I'm around that type of environment every day.
Yeah.
But two, in the back of my mind, I really didn't think that was going to come to fruition. I just thought, oh, yeah, I'll play. Like, great if it comes. And then he came up to me later. He's like, okay, but you're actually going to play. And I was like, wait. I was like, I don't know if I can. Like, you're going to have to ask John. Like, he's the one that's going to make the decision. And obviously we saw that in the video. John gave the 2 thumbs up, and that was great. And I was so happy to be able to do that. But it was so nerve-wracking, honestly.
I could only imagine.
Like, because I hadn't played, and this is something I haven't really talked about really, but I had not been playing golf. I got diagnosed last February with a rare blood disease. I've actually never spoken about it, so this will be my first time, really. It's called thrombocythemia, ET, and it's a CALR mutation. It's very rare. Only 30 out of 1 million people are diagnosed a year. So I underwent chemo. I did not do radiation. I just did a chemo pill from March to June, and I had a bone marrow biopsy done at the end of June. And this happened in the very beginning of August. So I had not been practicing. I had not been playing. I was on very strict rules of what I could or couldn't do at that time. So not only did I get thrown in on the spot, I hadn't hit a golf ball in months. I had maybe just hit my first set of golf balls, like maybe 2 weeks prior to that. But it wasn't anything consistent.
Yeah.
But when I sat back and, like, I thought about that when he had come back up to me, I'm like, wow, God is so good, and he just presents opportunities that you can't turn down. And that was something that I said, if God's going to bring me to it, he's going to bring me through it regardless of what happens. And I just wanted to do it for the sake of myself, to say I stepped up to the plate and I did it, and I'm proud of myself regardless of what happens. And that's how it happened.
Hell yeah. Right
Thank
there.
Thank you.
That's you. But everything's good now. Like, when it comes to everything? Or we're still working on it?
So, short story is there's no cure for it. It's actually just now being discovered. I'm in the midst of it right now, kind of deciding, like, what I'm going to do, because it's just a very delicate situation.
Because there hasn't been a ton to, like...
It literally just started being developed last year. There's a trial going on that I might do. We'll see. It's literally of the last week. So this is all very new. Like, I just went in this past week and had some information that I have to, like, decide on to see if I'm going to undergo the clinical trial. Literally, this is all happening within the last couple of days. So this is, But I wouldn't say it's, like, nothing bad necessarily. It's just what the disease does is it elevates your platelets. So a normal person has between 100 and 400,000 platelets. Mine is at 1.7 to 1.9 million platelets. So it affects them in a way that I'm more at risk for a stroke, heart attack, or a blood clot anytime, like, than anyone else. So what they want to do is put me on a clinical trial to try to get these numbers lowered to alleviate the risks of those. It's just, to be honest, it's scary, and it's a brand new trial, and it's only been happening for a year. So in the midst of all of the craziness that my fast-paced life, like,
no kidding,
that actually is, like, what has been happening behind the scenes of me just trying to navigate what I do next.
I mean, when you think about it, and you make your decision, and it should be you that makes that decision. But at the end of the day, you light up a room like no other.
You.
I mean, you're going to make the right decision because you bring that much to everybody you're around,
really
which
sweet.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
But everything happens for a reason. So you got to
100%.
sit back, you got to decide what makes the most sense for you personally, and then go for it. Because
I'm not scared.
you never know when your last day is, right? I mean, the Kyle Busch thing, by the way, is just unbelievable. That's just weird as shit, right? 41 years old. Hell, you experienced it right there. I mean, did you get to experience anything with Beef? I mean, he just seemed like a genuine human being.
That was honestly one of the most insane things as ever. Yes, he was one of my favorite people from the Internet Invitational. I said this before, but he came up to me after the first day, and he was like, don't let anyone take this away from you. Like, you deserve to be here. You have such a great golf swing. Like, he was so genuine and so kind. And when I heard that he had passed, it was like the day before they were supposed to release the first episode.
Yeah.
So they had pushed back the air, I mean, I don't think anyone really knew what to say. That was absolutely insane. And like I've said before 100 times over, like, I was just praying for his family, praying for that entire situation. Like, I could not believe that that is what just happened. And yeah, I can't believe it. It was crazy.
Unbelievable.
Very much
And the
so.
timing thing was just so weird, too.
Very much.
Same with Bush. I mean, Kyle Busch just won a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I heard that.
So, hey.
But yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason.
And it's going to be just fine. It's just, that off topic, that's where the train led. But
I know. Well, I appreciate you speaking about it. I mean, some people need to know that type of stuff.
It's just weird. I mean, there's not really a lot to say. I think it's something that will be always, like, I'm going to be navigating that. And it's just part of it. I think you can be scared or you can take it head on, because I could walk out today and get in a car accident. Like, there's no certainty, and I think that's just part of life. You have to take it how it is and make the most of it. And I think life is so much about how, and I'm learning this every day, I'm speaking on this, but I think life is how we respond to it. Like, and same thing as golf. Like, you hit a bad shot, you could have the perfect setup, you could have everything perfect, and you still get a bad break. You could make a wrong decision and still turn out good. Like, that's the unpredictability that, like, we have. So how you respond to a situation, I think, is going to determine how that situation unfolds. And just want to go into it of, like, I can help other people. I can hopefully help myself. I can hopefully, like, make some type of difference in the midst of this. And if I get to be a part of it to make a cure or something, then I'm glad it's me and not someone else, because I know I can handle it. Like, I know I can do it.
I love that. That's some motivation right there. Like, growing up and how you were raised and who raised you, do you see, do you still hold those values, and that kind of what leads to some of your decision-making, your abilities today?
Oh, my gosh. I have the most supportive family ever. My mom and dad are the best people. I have a brother. My mom and dad always spoke to me about the golden rule. You know, always treat other people the way you want to be treated. And I've lived by that my entire life. And we grew up in a religious family, so obviously we were in church on Sundays and believing that everything happens for a reason, you know, that God doesn't make mistakes. But I would say they've shaped me into being so hardworking and driven, and making sure that when you are making decisions, like, my mom was always a pros and cons list girl. So I will be the first person to write out a pros and cons list when it comes to, like, making a decision and seeing what it's going to look like. But I do attribute everything to who I am to my parents. Like, I know that I'm so privileged and I am so grateful for those things, and I would not be who I am today without my family, hands down.
Hey y'all, it's Pat, and I'm excited to welcome Ducks Unlimited to the Like a Farmer podcast. Your hunt starts with healthy wetlands and associated habitats. From the Alaskan wilderness to the Atlantic flyway, across America's Great Plains and down the Mississippi Delta, Ducks Unlimited has been protecting and restoring habitats for nearly 90 years. But their work is far from over. They need our help to reach the next million-acre milestone and ensure waterfowl for generations to come. DU volunteers and supporters have led the charge to fill the skies with waterfowl today, tomorrow, and forever. Why don't you come join the team that's making a real difference? Ducks Unlimited is powered by people like you. With your help, they can continue to raise funds that drive wetlands conservation across the whole continent. Whether you are out selling tickets, securing donations, or finding that next sponsor, they have a role for everyone. If you want to join today, visit www.ducks.org/volunteer. Ducks Unlimited, conservation for a continent. You ready to play a game?
Yeah, let's play a game.
All right. This game's called Give 'em the Boot, presented by TECOVAS, all right? Now, I've got a brand new pair of TECOVAS for you, Lacey, but to get these,
all right,
there's a few questions in this boot, all right?
Oh, those are so cute.
Yeah. Now,
I love these.
There's 4 questions in that boot. You can give one of them the boot, meaning you don't have to answer it.
Okay.
I would strongly advise to just answer all of them.
Okay.
You might as well. Pick out one, read it out, and then you can give it the boot or you can answer it.
Okay.
They're all easy.
We're answering all of them? Okay.
I think we should.
Who would be your dream golf foursome, and where are you playing? This is such a good one. Can they be dead or alive? Like, can I pick
They can be
any?
dead, yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to do Bobby Jones,
Great.
Tiger Woods, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to pull in Nelly Corda and myself.
That's a good
I
one.
love Nelly Corda. I think she has the most amazing swing. I wish I was a little taller because I feel like she has such a wide arc on her backswing. It's beautiful and amazing. I'm only 5'2", so mine's a little shorter. But, yeah, that's my dream foursome.
And where would y'all be playing?
Oh, sorry. And I would be playing at Augusta National.
Yeah.
Come on.
Have you ever been?
Yes, I have been 2 years.
Did you go this past?
I did not go this past year. No.
So Devlin, Duck Hodges, and I hosted an event at
Yes, I
Augusta
saw that.
this
How did
year.
that go?
Unbelievable.
It was great? Good.
We've got something cooking up for next year, and
Can't
maybe
wait.
even at Waste Management as well
Nice.
as the Players' Championship in Jacksonville. So
I'm proud of you guys both. I love seeing everybody else succeed, and Devlin's killing it
he's
right
killing
now.
it. Yeah, he is.
All right. Biggest red flag, bad at golf or bad at texting? For me, I guess I'm going to say bad at texting because I think that being bad at golf, like, I can help you. I can help you out.
There you
like,
go.
we can fix being bad at golf, but bad communication, that's a big red flag.
There you go.
Imagine this boot.
Great answer
Give
right
them
there.
the boot, if that's the case. Who is your Mount Rushmore of greatest golfers? Okay, yeah, we were just talking. I was just having this conversation the other day. I'm going, same. I'm going to go Bobby Jones. I'm still keeping Tiger Woods. I'm going to go Gary Player and Jack Nicklaus. Those are my
really
four.
good one.
That's my lineup. I love Jack Nicklaus, too. I haven't gotten a chance to meet him, but, man, I'm thinking about my foursome again. No, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. But, yeah, that's my Mount Rushmore of golfers.
There you go.
Who's yours, actually? I want to know this now.
I would go.
If it's not my answer, I got to know. If it's not the top best, who are you picking?
I would go Retief Goosen,
Okay.
Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods, and Ricky Fowler.
Big Ricky Fowler guy?
I think I've loved Retief for a long time. Tiger and Jack are the 1 and 2, and you can.
Absolutely.
And I don't care if you put 1 at 1 and 1 at 2.
Okay, interchangeable.
Ricky just did so much for the game of golf. I mean, when you would
The hats?
when you would go out there and you would see the hats and the bright
I
orange
had one.
and the kids that were wearing the hats.
I did. I was that kid.
So when you look at a Mount Rushmore, you look at not only achievement but also making a difference, in my
Absolutely.
opinion. And I think he made a huge difference for the
That's a
game of
good
golf.
point. Yeah, he did. And I think just like you said in general, like putting it on social media too, like being able to like be that person before it was really a thing,
Yeah.
like wearing the all orange outfit, like making the statements and having somebody that like people are looking up to.
Yeah,
Great. In that
and
same
Retief
sense.
is just a person. Like honestly, if I had to, I love Freddie Couples, and once again
Freddie
because
Couples.
the longevity of
Absolutely.
what he does, but he also still keeps some of the older generation still locked into the
Yeah.
game because he's still out there playing.
I would agree. He is. Yeah, that's good. Okay, I like it. I like that answer. What is one thing people don't know about Lacey? Well, I kind of shared it.
You did.
That was kind of like my big,
You did
my
do
big
that.
reveal. Most people do not know that. I'll do a fun one. I guess most people don't know that I love animals, even from like a really small age. Doesn't matter if it was like rabbits, snakes, gerbils of some sort. Like I have always had such a big heart for animals. If I was not doing what I'm doing now, I think I would have gone into like being a vet in that sense of taking that route of being a veterinarian.
Do you have any great game, by the way? Good job.
Thank you.
Do you have any mentors that you look up to that have helped you throughout life? Like, who are you locked into? Obviously, you and Johnny are very close, which is a huge person to be close with. But, like, who has helped you along the way on what you're currently doing now?
Yeah, I would say my dad. Me and my dad are best friends. We have been best friends since I was young. My dad was also my high school principal. So from a very young age, we were spending all of our time together. We would go to the range. We would be at school together. We would go to practice together. He would take me everywhere. My mom did too. But I would say, like, he just really shaped the woman that I am. Like, he gave me the confidence to be who I am and never letting anyone else decide who that's going to be. And he never made me feel like I was out of place. Like, for me, having such that strong father figure in my life, he never once left me out. He didn't ever tell me that it was for the boys. He brought me along every single fishing trip, every hunting trip, every golf thing that he could. Like, when I was young, I remember he would take me to golf practice when he was a golf coach, and he would let me run through the sand traps, and he would just let me, like, knock the ball around or bring a club. And he has just really encouraged me to step into being a woman of faith, having confidence on my own, trusting God, and just, I would say, overall, having determination and understanding that what you want has to come from hard work. Like, that type of work doesn't just give it to yourself. He was very hands-on in my golf journey and in my life, just making sure that I was on the right track, and if I needed something or a resource, he's the very first person to help, to reach out. And he always just said, it's not about what you know, but it's about who you know, and it's having the connections that last a lifetime. Like, you can know all the things in the world, but if you don't have good people skills or relationship building skills, then you're kind of left with nothing besides your own brain, and who really wants to be left in your own mind all the time?
That's a great point. Yeah,
that's what we got.
It's all about the Rolodex is what I like to call it.
Okay.
Who's in the phone contact list.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Absolutely.
Outside of golf, obviously, and your relationship with your father, the hunting, the fishing, like, has it always been Missouri?
Have I always hunted and fished in Missouri?
Yeah, like, is that like
up until recently?
Okay, so now you're getting a little cultured in that type of space.
Yes, absolutely. When I became friends with Maggie and Macy, about 3 or 4 years ago, I met Maggie, and we kind of just, like, hit it off. But within, like, 2 weeks of knowing her, she took me to California. We went on a turkey hunt, and we killed our birds in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, sorry, we didn't kill in front of the Golden Gate Bridge. Yeah. We killed them in California, and we took them up to Golden Gate Bridge and got those awesome pictures.
And Maggie's been on the show.
Yes.
And then, so, Sydnie Wells, too.
I love Sydnie. She's
so I was
one of
about
my
to
best
say, so,
friends, too.
like, the Maggie, the Macy, the Sydnie, the Lacey, y'all are like that group that just goes out there and dominates. You know what? Hell yeah to women. How about that?
That's my Mount Rushmore of women right there.
Shout out to the ladies, all right?
Yeah.
Macy, Sydnie, Lacey, and Maggie. But anyways, go ahead. Because that's cool that, I mean, when you think about, number one, just being badasses, but, like,
thank you.
Being pioneers in outdoor space, the golf space, like, I think that's very important for people to know. Yeah. Because let's just say it, I mean, frankly, like, those have been men-dominated for a long time.
The male-dominated industries, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like golf and the outdoors in general. But, yeah, when I met Maggie, she took me, like, on my first out-of-state turkey hunt. She was like, let's go. And I was like, okay, let's go. And then after that, that really, like, opened the segue of me wanting to travel. I hadn't traveled very much, just, like, to Florida and here and there, but I had mainly traveled and hunted and fished in Missouri, in Arkansas, obviously just, like, around where I'm from. So that really opened up. And my female friendships are so important to me. I think it really does matter who your circle is. I've got some really great people in my corner, and they've also helped shape who I am and what I'm doing today, and being there to pray for me and encourage me and lift me up. And it's just super awesome to see what everyone else is doing. I love that everyone's doing what they love to do. So, but yeah, that's how I kind of started going out.
We're living in a era that it's like, I said this a lot, and I've talked about it the last couple of days. Entrepreneurship is at the highest it's been in a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Whereas, like, if you have an idea and you can execute on it, why not do it? Why not now? And it seems like a lot, even the people that we just named, a lot of those people, a lot of people that we both know are doing that same exact thing.
It's great to see, too, because I think that's just so inspirational to be able to take the leap. Because I think the hardest part in doing anything is starting. So being able to watch them and be inspired by them and proud of them to see what they're doing just inspires not just the people that they're around, but everyone. Like, that's the beauty, I think, of the social media side, is getting to see that up close and kind of behind the scenes. But I don't think anyone really understands, like, how much work and time they're putting into it to make those things. And even just, like, doing something like this, like, how much extra time and things that go into it to be an entrepreneur and what that takes and the dedication. So thanks for doing what you're doing, too.
Hey, thank you,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got to give props where it's due.
So what are some things, like, that you are looking forward to or that you really want to do? Like, I want to know Lacey's 3, 5, and 10-year plan. Like, what do you want to happen?
Lacey is flying by the seat of her pants at the moment because I love what I do. I love working for Big Cedar. I love working for John. I love my own social media. I love to travel. I think I'm just truly in a space where I'm praying about what the doors are going to look like in the next couple of years. And obviously with my blood disease and all the other things, I feel like I'm not trying to push anything too far to where I'm like, this needs to happen, this is going to happen. Like, I don't want to set myself up for an unrealistic expectation of what my future is going to look like. Like, I genuinely believe that looking too far ahead gets you in a place of confusion and worry and being scared. And I like to go back for my, like I said, I'm religious, so I go back to God saying, you know, I'm going to be the lamp to your feet and light to your path. Like, I'm looking at what I have right in front of me right now, and I think everything else is going to, like, take care. I know it's not the answer you want for 5, 10, 15 years, but I really am just trying to take it one day at a time because I think I've spent so much of my life in fast forward and really trying to plan for things that I don't even know yet, and that puts me in a state of worry and stress, and I'm happy to, like, be doing it, but what do I want to do? I still want to be doing what I'm doing. I still want to be playing golf. I still want to do social media. I still want to, like, take it day by day and see what comes and what opportunities are presented and just be happy and be present in the moment that I have right in front of me right now.
It's a great answer. Maybe some collaborations in the future.
Absolutely.
I could see some, like,
I would love to do
what would be like a dream collab for you?
I mean, I'm working with all of my best friends. I get to do collaborations with them every day, but I would say eventually, if I could do some type of collaboration with the Masters of some sort, I would love to do that. I think, like, for my golf side, I would love to do more, like, traveling and partnering with, like, different golf courses and showing off their courses and being able to, like, visit their facilities and kind of, like, see what we have, you know, compare, because obviously I'm known to Big Cedar, and I love our facilities and everything that we have, but it would be awesome to do collaborations with more golf courses and see what they have as well.
So we're currently here in Nashville.
Yes.
You got the rodeo.
Yeah.
You got NASCAR.
Yeah.
Like, are those some of your favorite things that you like attending?
Yes.
I mean, because it seems like, I mean, when we were talking the other day, like, hey, I'm coming to town, got the rodeo,
Yeah.
then we're going to NASCAR, and I've seen you at the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
Like, what things that you have done? It seems like it's a lot through Bass Pro Shop,
Yes.
maybe specifically NASCAR, but are those some things that you also enjoy as well?
My very first race was the Daytona 500 when I was there. So that was like,
It's a great one.
It was a good first one, but a lot of the things that I have done have been through my job, and I'm so grateful for that. But I really loved it. I loved going. Honestly, seriously, anything outdoors, anything I can do or go to or just stay busy. I love a rodeo. I love PBR. Like, anything outdoors, anything that has anything to do with country music, being outside, my friends, anywhere that I can go, that's all of that together, I'm doing it.
And it goes back to what we talked about earlier, specifically the rodeo,
Yeah.
PBR. Like, isn't it so cool that you have all of these people that have never really been too into it, that they're finally getting kind of that
Yes.
light shed on them
And I'm
now?
a prime example of that. I didn't start going, like, we did rodeos that were, like, around our town, and, like,
Yeah.
when we were younger, we would go to stuff. But, like, big ones like this and traveling to it, like I said, I have such a good group of friends that, you know, they're like, we're going to go, let's all go. And so it's kind of how it happens. But I would say one thing that I love right now about life is, like, you don't have to have done something for your whole life to be able to do it. Like, that's actually one of my biggest pet peeves is, like, when other people look down on you for not knowing how to do something. Like, if you don't know how to tie a lure, if you don't know how to play golf, if you don't know how to load a shotgun, and someone's looking down on you at that, like, that's just not fair just because you weren't given the opportunity. Like, everyone, I feel like, should be able to learn if they want to learn and go after it. If you want to do something, I'm the biggest advocate for doing it and figuring out how to do it. I don't think anyone should tell you, don't do this, or it's silly because you haven't always done it. Like, that's just not realistic. So if you have an opportunity and you want to do something, heck yeah, go for it.
That's a clip right there, D. It's huge. Before we leave, like, what are some pieces of advice that you would give specifically on the female side,
Okay.
whether it's outdoor or golf, and,
Yeah.
and give me both of them on,
Okay.
like, you know, the not giving up, because you have done a really good job and continue to do a good job of making, I call it a brand, right? I mean, you're your own brand, and that's
Thank
what
you.
you want to do.
Yes.
But, like, what are some tips? I want to hear some things that you failed on
Okay.
and went through this adversity to get back on track that, like, hey, I regret this, but this is what I had to do to make it. Like, what are some tips that you would give to the ladies out there to
For
get
golf?
and the outdoors,
Okay.
both, yeah.
I would say for golf specifically, obviously I quit college golf, and that was something that I had to deal with on my own. I would consider that my failure because I wanted to play professionally, and I let the opinion of someone else tear me down so bad to the fact that I was a coach, and I hate blaming it on a coach, but at that time of my life, I needed someone to pour into me, and I needed them to give me everything that they had and be a positive influence and not give me so much of the tough love. Like, I really needed that mindset shift because it is in between your ears. I needed positive reinforcement, and I didn't get it. So I would say my failure from that would be giving up and letting someone else's opinion tear me down so much to where I didn't even want to do it anymore. So my advice for that would be, like, you have to be so strong, and it's hard when you're young, but you have to be so strong in the person that you are and know what you bring to the table and know what you want that it doesn't matter what anyone else says. You have to want it so bad that you're willing to work for it and willing to go after it, because the people that are judging you and making fun of you for trying, those are usually the people that are not already doing what you're doing. Like, the people that are starting a business, that are trying to work towards a goal, like, they're never going to make fun of you. Those are the best people. One of my best friends, Macy, she told me that collaboration is for people at the top and competition is for people at the bottom. People that compete with each other, like, that's at the very bottom. Like, that's not for, you want to be around people that want to build you up. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something, and stay strong to who you are and be the person that you want to be, because that's most important. And two, I would say don't give up if you really want something. Like, I think a lot of people give up before they even get to the good part. You're going to have to face those adversities. You're going to have to face the challenge. I had to know that my failure, like, was stopping, but how did I overcome it? Like, I realized that that's something that I want to do, and if I want to do something, I'm the only person that gets to decide what I want to do. No one's coming to save you. Like, you got to save yourself. You got to put yourself in the position to do what you want to do. I think that goes for both. I really think that's for golf and outdoors. You got to put yourself in the position. Yeah, you are going to be the one that makes it work, not anyone else. You can blame whoever you want. You can say whatever you want, make any excuse. But it comes down to how bad do you want it, and how bad are you going to work for it. So that's my little piece of advice. Mic drop.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was really good. I'm going to end on that.
Okay.
Seriously, I mean, that was, like, spot on. Like, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Dude,
truly.
Are you kidding me? Finally.
I know.
Number one.
I'm really glad that we got to do it.
Hey, and I'm excited to, I think there's some things that we can work on in the past of, like, or in the future, I mean, of, I know you're wanting to continue to collaborate on some things. That was a great take, and I guess Macy had mentioned too, like, collaboration up top, competition up, that's huge.
It is.
But
I've always thought about that.
Dude, keep kicking ass. I mean,
thank you.
Maybe we do the next brainstorming session at a big Cedar, right? I mean, that would
like a golfer, right?
Yeah, that would only make sense to do it out there.
I mean, come on,
but
let's set you up.
Anyways, I really appreciate you coming in today. Seriously, I'm pumped for you. Thank you for opening up on the blood disease. Is that how you would say it?
We're gonna call it that.
Blood disease. Is that a good? That's not a good word, but seriously, like, obviously, I'm going to be praying for you. People listening are going to be praying for you. But thank you for opening. You should be opening up about that type of stuff. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, hey, this is what I'm going through. This is what I have to deal with. I obviously have fight in me. I don't give up. But I think people need to understand. I mean, we've been trying to get you on the show for a while now, right? But, like, there's life. Life happens. You go through some stuff. Yeah. So I think it's good for you to open up like that.
I think that's something, too, that has really been on my heart lately, of having this all, like, in the forefront, that your life can look so perfect online. And I really want to, like, harp on that, of how you have no idea what someone is going through behind a screen. And you could look at my social media right now and be like, oh my God, she's perfect. Like, she has everything that you could ever want. Like, her life is great. But then on this flip side, I'm like, man, I've been really battling this, and I really didn't want anyone to know. Like, you don't want people to know your struggles, because then you have to open yourself up to the vulnerability and people that are having an opinion again. So I'm working on being more open and vulnerable and being able to, like, talk through what that looks like in general, because I think being strong and standing strong, like, everyone is going to have a good and a bad day. Like I said earlier, like, that's part of life, but I'm working on my response to it and, like, being positive about it and how I'm going to, like, work through that and how it could help someone else to go through the same thing, or if they need extra motivation, or you need someone to be cheering in your corner, like, I'm going to do that. Like, and I want to do that just in general. But being a positive reinforcement that, you know, it's going to be okay. And if it's not the end. Because I think it's just how it goes.
We're going to start a merch line with Lacey. I mean, just to have all these inspirational quotes on here. Derek, we need to make sure we note this, okay? I love you.
Oh, I love you, Pat.
Thanks you for coming on the show, seriously. And as always, I appreciate y'all tuning in every single Wednesday. You know where to find us, youtube.com, likeafarmer.com, wherever you listen to your audio podcast. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, share, do whatever you got to do to be like a farmer.